Good morning. Can you hear me clearly? Great. So good morning again to our distinguished guests, our colleagues, partners, students, and family. My name is Natasha Katunga, and I have the pleasure of being your program director for the ceremony this morning. Before we get going, just a quick bit of housekeeping. If for whatever reason during the ceremony you need to leave the venue, please make use of this exit at your right. Again, regarding the restrooms, you would make use of this exit at your right. Then you would turn left, you walk till you get to the security office, turn right there, and you will see the restrooms. There's signage by the gents and the ladies. And if you need any type of assistance this morning, you're very welcome to engage one of the staff members. We've also got ushers around the room. We are here to make you feel more comfortable this morning. Now, having said that, welcome. Welcome to UWC. Welcome to, in partnership with our strategic partners, Samsung Electronics South Africa. Again, it is my pleasure to just welcome you all to the graduation ceremony for our 5th cohort of the Future Innovation Lab. I think for us, this event definitely marks a very important milestone. It's been 5 years of the Future Innovation Lab. And for me, just thinking back, it's 5 years of collaboration, it's 5 years of partnership, and just the employability of the youth, the fact that we are building pipelines for South African youth into the technology sector. So today, it's more than a ceremony. It's really a celebration, again, of partnership, of commitment, of grit, of dedication, resilience, and the growth. So again, a warm welcome to our colleagues from government, from industry, members of the press, UWC staff, and our other friends. Most importantly, warm welcome to our graduates, our students here, and of course to your family members. They are also our distinguished guests. And I think at this point, I would like to invite Dr. Leona Crafford, who is the director of the Western Cape CoLab, so that she can deliver the university's formal welcome and congratulatory speech. Dr. Crafford.
Thank you, Natasha. Actually, the congratulatory speech is reserved for full stack Hercules that will do that just following this discussion. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Students, the most important guests here today. My name is Leona Crawford. As Natasha said, I'm the director of the CoLab and standing in for Louise Dippenaar this morning. And I thought for the students to explain how the university works, to do it in business terms. So it's all these labs, the CoLab, the Future Innovation Lab, the university, the rector's office. So how does it all fit together? So because we are very ambitious as a unit of 8 people, we could consider the CoLab as the holdings company. So I'm speaking in terms of the holdings company, with the Future Innovation Lab as one of the subsidiaries. And Ms. Louise Dippenaar, who is the institutional planner of the university in the office of the rector, would be considered as the chair of the director of boards. So welcome on behalf of this very impressive holdings company. University of the Western Cape is known for its social justice stance in communities and in the South African society. And maybe just a little short story. When we joined, or when we started the CoLab, actually the University of the Western Cape in 2012, the rector, Professor O'Connell, felt deeply about the fact that the university has played a significant role in the democratization of South Africa. It played a prominent thought leadership role. And the university felt it is also proper and important for the university to play a role in the development of a democratic, inclusive, and socially inclusive, digitally inclusive society. And that is the role of the CoLab, or this company, this holdings company. Our focus is mostly off-campus, and the engagement is about establishing partnerships between the university and the external environment, because without partnerships with business, with communities, and with government, the university cannot function on its own. It's not a silo institute. It is part of society, and it regards its role to also contribute to the broader society and to be part of the bigger good of the South African society. Unfortunately, Louise Dippenaar can't be here this morning, so I need to stand in for her. Unfortunately, due to personal circumstances, she's unable to join us today. As Natasha mentioned, today is a special occasion, and one we have been working towards since March 2025. A very warm welcome to our Future Innovation Lab students. You are our guests of honor today, together with parents and family members who have supported you along the way. Your presence here matters because achievements like these are never individual journeys. Samsung is the founding partner and main funder of the Future Innovation Lab program, and we are pleased to welcome Mr. Sean Yu, Lead for Public Affairs, Samsung Africa, and Mr. Nikki Bekers, Manager EIP and Triple BEE, Samsung Electronics South Africa, and his colleagues. From the University of the Western Cape, it is wonderful to welcome colleagues who are all involved in the delivery of this program. We really like to use this opportunity to also thank you for your commitment and support into the program. We have with us this morning Dr. Ahmed Shaikji, the Deputy Registrar on this side, colleagues from our academic departments who oversee the audit control or the quality control of the programs, and especially the Department of Computer Science and Information Systems. Mr. A.B. Olivier, I've been seeing, but he's the Director of the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation, and then all my wonderful colleagues from institutional planning. It's really good to have you with us this morning. A very warm welcome to our government partners and stakeholders, including representatives of the National Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, the Western Cape Provincial Government, and the City of Cape Town. To our industry partners, we have colleagues from the developer communities of Microsoft and Amazon, the Atlantic Special Economic Zone, Fourways, Mazars, Judy, and Full Stack. Thank you for walking this journey with us. Thank you to Alan Pete, who is joining us as a key member of the CoLab staff and the Future Innovation Lab program. I would also like to acknowledge our UWC colleagues and staff members from support services. The Future Innovation Lab is supported by a wraparound student support, and we can't fulfill this without the support of the bigger university community. Thank you and welcome to Finance, Human Resources, CSSS, Campus Health, ICS, CPS, Institutional Advancement, and the events team, as well as our caterers, ushers, and cleaning staff. Without any of these, this can't be achieved. Events like this only happen because of many people working behind the scenes. Today, we celebrate the certificate ceremony of the 5th cohort of students. Looking back over the past 5 years, it is clear that the success of the Future Innovation Lab has been built through partnerships. None of this would have been possible without a strong, committed, and vibrant network of people. I and our team feels fortunate to work in an environment where we are supported, encouraged, and challenged by partners who are working towards a shared goal. Over time, this network has real community and sometimes family. We often hear the saying, it takes a village to raise a child. In much the same way, meaningful and successful participation in today's fast-changing digital economy, and often dominated by a clinical tech focus, requires trusted people partnerships. And when that support is combined with grit, determination, hard work, and resilience, qualities that our students have demonstrated in abundance over the past 11 months, what once seems difficult, almost impossible, becomes achievable. It is therefore my great pleasure to welcome you all to the certificate ceremony of the 5th cohort of the Samsung UWC Future Innovation Lab program. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Crafford, for that warm welcome. I think that really lays the foundation to where we are going next. I now invite Dr. Walter Grovier, who is the Managing Director of the Future Innovation Lab, to really just give us a reflection of what has happened over these 5 amazing years of the Future Innovation Lab. Walter.
Ladies and gentlemen, students, family, partners, it's really absolutely fantastic to have each and every one of you here today. I've got the wonderful privilege now of going on a very quick journey through the history of the Future Innovation Lab. So, where did this, sorry, I've just lost, there we go. Where did this program start? It started with an idea in 2017. A meeting of minds between ourselves and Samsung, effectively 2 years of refining the concept that eventually then became the Future Innovation Lab. And we launched in 2019 in this exact same venue. And between 2020 and 2025, we've basically been refining this model and trying to address in more efficient and effective ways the challenge that we're facing in terms of getting young people really ready for the digital age and employment and building sustainable careers in the digital age. And we also expanded to the model to partner with the University of Limpopo. We're partnering as well with, for example, the Atlanta Special Economic Zone. So where we are now is we're trying to expand the footprint of the impact and the learning from this model. And all of you are now officially family, because this is not something we can ever do alone. We are doing this as a community that are really focused on creating impact together. So the program, I'm going to run through this very quickly, basically consists out of 2 separate programs. One is a foundational software development program that we are delivering over 10 months, and that is also what we're celebrating today, is the graduation of these students. But from the beginning, we are working very closely with industry partnerships throughout the program. That what we are doing is really relevant in terms of what industry requires, because these requirements are changing very rapidly, as you know. And as Leona mentioned, the Western Cape CoLab is responsible then for doing almost the research and the design of the process, but we're doing co-design. So each of you are also having input and an impact on how we are continuously evolving this program. So what have we done over the last few years? I think for the students in particular, you've been very focused on surviving your final assignments. There's rumors of people with sleeping bags in the lab working through the night. I will not name names this time. Right, but if we zoom out and we look at the broader impact, so we have so far graduated 4 cohorts. Today is the 5th. And before you then is a line of students that have gone through the same process. It's a huge privilege to have Kapelo Celebedi here today, who's representing the alumni of our very first cohort. And by the way, it comes all the way from New Zealand. Jason, can you just advance the slide is a bit stuck. Right. Our students also don't come only from the Western Cape. We've actually had students from pretty much all over South Africa. And then, in total, close to 300 students, and we're sitting with 92% of them that are currently in employment. And I think that is something that is very much also a testament to the hard work of the students and the ability and the willingness of students to actually really grasp opportunities and make the most of that. What's also interesting, over the 5 years, 82% of our students received certificates of competence. Today, cohort 5, you are the first in our history where every single one of you for both courses are receiving certificates of competence. Right, I'm going to basically just say one other stat that I want to quickly highlight there. 78%, we did a survey recently, 78% of our students are sharing with their communities the skills that they are learning, which I think is a very, very, very good thing, very cool thing. This is some of the places where our students are employed currently. So you can see pretty much a who's who of interesting companies there. And again, this really boils down to partnering with industry as early as possible in the process. Okay. So cohort 5, you've been busy with some projects. I'm not sure your parents and family have actually seen what you were doing. So I'm going to very, very quickly run through this. So we're building this community of change makers to use technology sustainably, but what have they done? Let me show you some examples. So some of the groups, Trick for You, Student Link, etc. Student Link, linking students and job opportunities using AI. Very smart project and done also in collaboration and with the potential client being CPUT. So real projects. The Shutter Move solution, it's a solution that was designed for basically ticketing access control in buses. And the 2 students working on this are now employed by the bus company doing the transport for CPUT, UWC, and Amazon, and they are building this. Yeah. So these are just some of the screenshots of the actual application. Right, WeCare built a application linking domestic workers with opportunities. They're currently helping our Faculty of Law building exactly this for a domestic worker cooperative. Real projects and real impact. Remember Me built a very, very innovative project helping people manage and caretakers manage people with dementia using advanced IoT, facial recognition, a whole lot of very interesting features in this application. Right, e-health folder, the 2 gentlemen from Atlantis that tackled the whole issue of medical data and access to medical health data. That is a real problem. Someone's always spending 4 hours to search for your folder at the clinic, and they tackled this project by creating a very interesting e-health folder application. And then our farmers, GrowMate, they created a urban farming solution using IoT devices that can actually automatically, depending on weather, etc., switch systems on and off. There's their farm, the prototype farming devices, etc. And right, the roundtable team created an application called Matric to You, which deals with how do you rewrite Matric? How do you get information on where you can go, and how do you get an AI tutor to help you prepare for your rewrite of your examinations? And this is based on actual curriculum and on actual information. Very smart application. Then DiaConnect, this group created an application dealing with the issue of diabetes management. So they specifically address the issue of hidden sugar, people that don't know what contains sugar, and using very interesting, again, combination of AI tools, etc., to address this, and comprehensive, technically very mature solution. Right. I'm officially out of time, so I'm going to just hand over to the next speaker to say, what have we learned in the last 5 years? We've basically learned that we have amazingly creative, resilient, hard-working, talented students. A lot of people are always saying they are worried about the youth. I am not worried about the youth. I think today's youth are strong, they're resilient, they're amazingly creative, and they know how to work hard. We've got nothing to worry about. Okay. We need to change these types of programs iteratively and continue doing that to remain current with the technology environment. That's critical. We need to take a holistic approach to student wellness. And for that, that can enable us to deal with student support as part and parcel of the initiative is really one of the reasons for its success. Also, partnering with businesses with heart. And I think that's always wonderful to see people here from business that feel, as Leona said, more like family. And then deep partnerships are required. We're always saying we're really looking for long-term impact, so we need to have deep relationships, deep partnerships. And on that note, I'm going to hand back to Natasha, because some of our partners are now going to also be giving a vote of or a note of congratulations. From my side, students, you look wonderful. It's great to have you here. Natasha?
Thank you for that, Walter. And I think what you did very well is, number one, you had your alarm on, so that made my job a lot easier. But I think you really helped us to understand that, you know, the students are graduating today, but to get an idea of what actually happens, what are they actually working on? And I see some parents and family nodding their heads. So today you got to see what's been keeping them busy. And heading to the partnerships, the Future Innovation Lab would not exist without Samsung's sustained commitment to digital skills development through their Equity Equivalent Investment Program, the EEIP. So it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Nicky Burks, who is the manager of EEIP and BBBE at Samsung Electronics South Africa. He plays a central role in ensuring that Samsung investments translate into measurable skills development and impact when it comes to youth employment. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nicky Burks.
My thank you to the program director for that warm welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a few people to thank. We're very privileged and honored to be here today. the Vice-Chancellor in absentia, various faculty members of the University of the Western Cape, management team at the University of the Western Cape, in particular, Dr. Leona Crawford, Dr. Wouter Groewe, and their respective management teams. Also the institutional planners from the Office of the Vice-Chancellor. The Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, they are in absentia today. Officials from various stakeholders, including the workplace partners, you're very important to us. Our program director, Natasha here, and most importantly, graduating students, you are the VIPs today, and we welcome your families as well today. Members of the media and esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you again. It is an amazing honor for me to be here today to recognize the achievements of these graduating students and the successful completion of the software development program for cohort 5. Today is also about celebrating the positive impact that our collaboration with UWC has had on these students and the country's youth as a whole since its inception in 2019. Before any further ado, let me extend a huge congratulations to the graduating students present here today. Graduation ceremonies serve as a symbolic rite of passage and marks a crucial, often emotional passage from one life chapter to the next one. Your student life eventually will become your professional career or will be replaced with a professional career. As Samsung, we are well aware of the fact that Western Cape, similar to other provinces in the country, grapples with youth unemployment. However, the national youth unemployment numbers are still a challenging factor, and currently it's sitting just over 45%, which is a very sad state of affairs. This is one of the reasons why Samsung continues to be committed in investing in ICT education within the communities that we serve. It is our company's way of trying to assist both the province and the country to address youth unemployment and promote inclusivity for underserved communities in the technology sector. This particular program marks a significant step towards fostering inclusivity and amplifying the representation of underprivileged communities in the tech industry. It aligns with our ongoing commitment of striving to address youth unemployment by equipping participants testing. Yeah, thank you. Let me repeat. It aligns with our ongoing commitment of striving to address youth unemployment by equipping participants with essential skills, the necessary tools in order to be successful. These include the laptops, tablets. We also provide students with stipends in order to cover their day-to-day expenses. The university provides mentorship and opportunities to thrive in the digital economy. This cohort of students, the 35 that you see here in front of us, went through a 10-month program that covered courses that included introduction to multi-platform software development and digital social innovation for impact. This particular program affords students the opportunity to cement coding and programming and the transition to practical development solutions. The software development program is part of the Future Innovation Lab at UWC, a driving force in South Africa's digital transformation agenda, the CoLab in particular. The partnership was established in 2019 through our multi-year collaboration initiative. The Future Innovation Lab has since inception managed to create pathways for young people to thrive in the digital economy through cutting-edge training, applied research, and inclusive innovation. Our collaboration efforts with universities such as the University of the Western Cape are there primarily to enhance employment prospects. I think that's important. So if the outcome of training is not employment, so what's the use of training apart from building capacity in your own right? But there needs to be a tangible outcome, and that tangible outcome for us as Samsung is to enhance employment and also to address socioeconomic challenges faced by the youth of this country in its various communities. And I know these challenges because I grew up in this part of the country on the Cape Flats, so I'm very much aware of those challenges that we do face in our communities. Previous completed cohorts have shown absorption rates that exceeded 90%, and you've seen it on Wouter's slide. It was actually 92.4%, if I recall correctly, an indication of the tangible results of this ICT training, which seeks to contribute sustainability to the employability of this current cohort, as well as the previous graduating students. This measurable impact is a clear demonstration of Samsung's commitment to investing in ICT education and our contribution to building a diverse and skilled youth to address unemployment. Together with our partners, and I'm very much grateful for our partners, and you've seen on the screen also the multitude of partners, not just here today, but been working with the university and Samsung over time. So together with our partners, we remain committed to our focus of uplifting local communities, providing access to ICT training and skills development programs, thus ensuring that individuals from underserved communities and disadvantaged backgrounds, that they can really thrive in the tech sector. To the graduating students, I'd like to say congratulations again. Enjoy the special day because you've truly earned it. Thank you for all your hard work. Thank you for having success as your outcome. I'd like to remind you once again that today is one of the first big milestones in your lives. It is a moment that says that you are destined for success and absolutely nothing can stand in your way. So go out there and make us truly proud, make our families proud, make our communities proud. We wish you nothing but the best as you embark on this new journey, and all the best, and I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Birkus. And I think at this point, having seen the statistics of what is actually happening with this program, having gotten a view of the projects that the students are working on, I think it's really important for us to get reflections from students that have passed through this journey. So I now have the privilege to invite past alumni to come and share their stories.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tapelo Selbedi. I'm originally from Khayelitsha, currently residing and working in New Zealand. I'm working remotely. I'm here on vacation. I get to travel as I wish. Best job ever. I was in the first cohort. When I first came here, it was my first time to see code. today I'm working overseas. It is to say, I would like to congratulate you guys, and the future is bright. And the nice thing about it is that how bright it is, it depends on you, on the effort that you put on it. Lastly, I would like to thank Samsung, UWC, and the staff to make this initiative happen. I am deeply, deeply grateful for this initiative. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Tapelo. To the students, if you want any tidbits, I think you can catch him after the graduation and find out how it's done. So at this moment, next we have Mr. Hercules van Heerden, the Managing Director at Full Stack. He is a journalist by trade. He has spent more than a decade at Media 24 Digital, and Space Station, where he oversaw a range of digital properties within the publisher's stable. He completed an MBA at Northwest University Business School and went on to take a group-level role supporting newspapers in their digital journeys. He has also managed several digital properties within the advertising industry, where he met his current partners at Full Stack and joined the company shortly thereafter. Its founding more than a decade ago. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Hercules.
Sure. There's a lot of us here. I think the point was made, it takes a village to raise a child. It seems like it also takes a village to celebrate any successes that we have. So welcome to us all. Thank you for the opportunity to be with you on such a special day. There's so much to celebrate. The celebration is the culmination of a years-long journey and a lot of sacrifices from a lot of people. So firstly, thank you to Samsung. Without their contribution and ongoing support, this cohort and the program itself would not have been possible. Thank you to the University of the Western Cape and the faculty here, and then specifically the Future Innovation Lab faculty. I can vouch for them. The students, they hustle on your behalf like crazy. It is insane, the tireless work that goes on behind the scenes. A program that is this successful does not happen by accident. It is a lot of people working together. If I can be so selfish, I want to single out Alan Pete. I think, as I said last year, we are theoretically competitors in the market, but I'm still blown away by your generosity and your willingness to invest in the youth and to invest in the industry. And Full Stack, we gladly accept the fruits of your labor. We love having the Full Stackers there. I think, yeah, special congratulations to them as well while we speak about that. But from the program, we not only get great technologists, we get people that are work ready, that are adults, and we've got a lot of appreciation for that. And then lastly, and kind of perhaps most importantly, I want to congratulate the parents. You've all made sacrifices to get to this point. And then a special word to the students. It was you. You did it. You put in the hard work. You persevered when it was difficult. When you had to bring in the sleeping bag, you did. You got it done. We salute you and we celebrate with you today. Perhaps I'm getting old, but I'm spending a lot of time thinking about time lately. Maybe I've got too much time on my hands as well, but if you think about this year-long journey and you try and put that in context, and I don't want to rain on the parade. I want to just kind of take a snapshot of where we are. If you take the cosmic calendar, so that is all the time since the creation of the universe, up to now, that's 13.8 billion years, and you compress that into the year. Modern humans, as we know them, rocked up at, 6 minutes to 12 in that year. We've been around for less than 10 minutes in the broader scheme of things. Now, I don't want to fight with people around the creation date and how long, and we just don't have time to fight about these things. Let's just agree to disagree. We also seem to have a bit more time on our hands in South Africa. The average life expectancy has gone, in 2005 it was 55, it's up to 66 years now, which is great news for all of us. And again, that's something that we can celebrate in the country and that everybody contributes to. If we say people are, or on average, people are going to be 66-year-old in South Africa, despite my youthful appearance, I'm probably going to disappoint some of my creditors. I'm going to die owing a lot of people a lot of money, probably. But that is a them problem, right? So let's focus on our problems, like the situation, the snapshot where we are now. So there we go. It is a scary time right now, if we talk about time. If you switch on the news, it looks like a world that's gone mad. And regardless of your political views or the like, we are going through a period of great economic and social and political turmoil. And you can't help but go through that and come out on the other side with a mild sense of panic. South Africa, our economy lags the rest of the world, the first world countries, by a bit. So we can look across the Atlantic and peer into the future and say, all right, cool, what is coming down for us, down the pike? And there's some, for young technologists, for the young guys sitting there, you would be forgiven this sense of kind of disquiet if you look at some of the things that we're seeing overseas in terms of specifically technology and how it affects employment. So the January data from the National Student Clearinghouse research into this shows that for the first time now since the dot-com crash, ComSci enrollment is down. Similarly, from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, a study, recent ComSci graduates, they've got double the chance of being unemployed than biology or art history majors. Now, if we think back to ourselves, art history majors 2-3 years ago was kind of code word for middle management at Starbucks. So there's some worrying signs on the horizon, and this is fed by this AI doom loop. It occupies a lot of conversation, a lot of media space, and the thing that I get asked more than anything else is there still a future for technologists? Has our time come? Locally and internationally, the academic community is adapting as humans do, so some are leaning into it quite ahead of the time, and some are burying their hands or burying their heads in the sand and trying to see where it's going, but there's definite kind of movement. So, for example, on the University of South Florida, they created a AI and cybersecurity only course, and this fall they took in the first 3,000 students. The University of Buffalo now offers 7 new AI degrees that did not exist 3 months ago. It is new jobs, it's new academic disciplines that didn't exist. So it's not that people are abandoning technology. That's the message that I want to leave you with. They are migrating and preparing themselves for the new AI reality. I was never a strong student. I had no dreams and aspirations on the academic side. I spent too much time kind of partying. So I'm not gonna have an opinion on academic matters, and I also don't pretend to speak for business or the tech community in general what I can from our own kind of AI journeys and our own going on 12 years now of having young graduates and being custodians of their careers as well. I would argue that the AI doom engine, we're all going to lose our jobs, and value creation lags the hype cycle. We are not producing value as fast as the AI hype cycle says we're going to do it. And in a similar way, we're not going to lose our jobs. It is as simple as that. So the reports of the reports of death of computer science has been greatly exaggerated. I would argue that what a time to be alive. We've got the greatest toys ever. As computer scientists, and you are all now computer scientists, we can create value at an unprecedented level. We've never been able to create value at this rate. I don't know why, but we run into imposter syndrome often in our industry. Guess what? This is so new for everybody. Everybody's imposters. Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's making this up on the road. So you are walking into an environment where you are not the imposter anymore. The experience that you have is of less importance. Like humanity has just started our journey in the universe, we can also see there's some potholes that aspiring young technologists need to look out for. So I want to just raise one or two of them. Don't get over-reliant on AI. Understand, even if the thing that you built works, understand why the thing works. Having something in production and not understanding why it works, that is dangerous for obvious reasons. Don't lull yourself into a false sense of comfort, because you are able to create this much value that you are that good or you've arrived. Pay attention to the fundamentals, because the fundamentals is going to speak to how well you're going to use AI and other tools as you go forward. So AI is going to buy you some space and time to understand those tools better, make use of that time. The same skills that were important pre-AI are still important. The ability to distinguish the signal from the noise. So if you think about the hype cycle, don't let the hype cycle shape your career planning, your personal development plan. The hype cycle is authored by people that their main responsibility is to sell you things now. They are not responsible for your future sustainability. So don't rely on that. Distinguish between the signal and the noise. And building software, even in the AI world, is a team sport. Be willing and be able to learn in public and learn in community. At Full Stack, we're bringing a lot of guys back to the office, simply because the rules have changed and we are now making it up together. Every day we are writing or charting a path that nobody knows where we're going. Understand the value of time. Sorry, I'm hopping on the time thing a bit. I think I made the point last year. You've got exactly the same 24 hours in a day as the CTO of Perplexity, of Google, or whatever. You've got the same time. Use that time to prepare for your journey and equip yourself. I'm landing the plane now, so just bear with me. I'm nearly there. Lastly, I think what I would say, breathe. Just, it's going to be fine. Change is that's the reality of life. I know that this change is particularly rapid and people find it disorientating, but kind of lean into that as well. Everybody is disorientated, and that is fine. What is not fine is not accepting that reality and making a plan and sorting it out. AI fluency and efficiency is not going to be your ticket to compete going forward. That's going to be your table stakes to play along. So that's the new reality. I've spoken a lot about time. So now's the time to embrace that change and the opportunities that it presents. And I thought I can maybe leave all the students with this, right? Take the time today to celebrate this. Take the time to bank this memory with your parents and your loved ones. You've deserved this. You've worked hard to get this. Bank it. Be in the moment. Take that time. But tomorrow, knuckle down, because the time is now, and the future is as bright as we choose to make it. Thank you.
I think we're good. Thank you. That was a lot to take in. Thank you very much. I think a lot of tidbits there, especially for the students. But the two things that really stuck out for me, I think, is we've all got the same 24 hours. And the learning in community, I think that really touched me. At this point, we will now share a special recorded message from Mr. Scott Hanselman, the Vice President and Member of Technical Staff at Microsoft Core AI, GitHub, and Windows.
Hey friends, I'm Scott Hanselman to offer congratulations to all of the Future Innovation Lab graduates today. I wish I was there today. I wish I was there. Check you all out and to check you all out in this program at the University of the Western Cape in South Africa. I am always so amazed with the work that you all are doing down there and how much enthusiasm you have in these interesting times that we live in around computer science and AI. But I know that you've got a focus. You have a focus on software development. You are ready for the AI challenge that awaits you. And I know that you're going to provide a lot of innovation around both social and economic impact. Again, I wish I was there visiting, but myself and my tiny robot here appreciate you, and we appreciate the hard work that you've put into this program. So let's see if we can get our robot to do a little dance for you. There we go. So stupid. Congratulations, everybody. Hey, friends, I'm Scott Hanselman at Microsoft. I just wanted to offer a congratulations to all.
Academic short courses, the introduction to multi-platform software development, and the digital social innovation for impact. So I think at this time, it's also yours to share the stage. But before that, I would now like to invite Mr. Sean Yu from Samsung, Mr. Nikki Bukes from Samsung, Dr. Leona Krafft, and Mr. Sive Mange to proceed with the certificate ceremony.
Oh, do you need help? What about this?
In the center, Mr. Fenton.
Perfect. The professor can come. All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We'll now start with the procession of handing out the certificates. Just a reminder that the students are graduating for 2 courses. And the first student, can you please come this way so that you can go out that side? Tertial advice. All right. Limit Arense. Graduating with the distinction in the multi-platform software development, Montel Boggs. Silvano Catinio. Graduating with a distinction in digital social innovation, Courtney Collins. Also graduating with a distinction in digital social innovation, Sama Divet. Zama Dlamini. Matthew Grieve. Nathan Joseph. Graduating also with a distinction in the digital social innovation, Philando Kakora. Also graduating with a distinction in the multi-software platform development, Sibabalwe class. Tabang Kutumani. Ethan Lesh. Luve Mahini. Chantel Majuru. Graduating in absentia and with a distinction in digital social innovation, Maki Mangola. Kanya Makula. Matomane Masila. Mzameli Mashiyi. Mayila Nozipho. Siyamthanda Mazokwana. Graduating with a distinction in the multi-platform software development, Mnika Kakambile Sean. Graduating in absentia, Rutakengwa Mukabero. Tuba Ndlovu. Inam Ntlali. Graduating in absentia, also with a distinction, Abongile Nyakatya. And also graduating with a distinction in the digital social innovation, Sydney Papi. Dorenicia Peterson. Graduating with a distinction in both programs, Hanim Peterson, summa cum laude. Kenan Prince. Graduating also with a distinction in the digital social innovation, Robin Purin. Graduating with a distinction in the multi-platform software development, Rory Richards. Also graduating with a distinction in the multi-platform software development, Sue Paul Tredir. Vuyo Sopangisa. Trig Thomas. Also graduating in absentia, Siviwe Chananda. Graduating with a distinction in the digital social innovation, Tashnika Tali. Abubakar Valentine. Cassidy Famulen. Abdur Green. Thank you very much, and congratulations to the students and all their families. I'll now be handing back to our program director, Natasha.
Wow, that was amazing. That was really amazing. Again, congratulations to you all. But it doesn't stop there. We're now at a stage where we just need to recognize that excellence in itself deserves recognition. I now invite Dr. Volta Gruvier to announce the group and individual award recipients. Joining him, can I also invite Mr. Sean Wu, Mr. Nikki Bjerks, Dr. Leona Crafford, and Mr. Alan Pete to come on stage, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, apparently there's more. So it is now my huge privilege to start making students slightly nervous and excited at the same time, because we were not only developing group projects, but there was also a healthy sense of competition between the different groups. And I want to maybe just start off by saying this year's group, and I think all the people that worked with him can attest to it, was an exceptionally strong group of individuals, which is fantastic for individual performance and very interesting in group projects. So I think students also need to learn how to manage deadlines, how to manage conflict, how to manage real life clients. And between Alan and myself, we are pretty difficult clients sometimes. So to give you an indication, some of the awards here, the top 5 to 6 students were within less than 3.5% of each other. So I want to just reiterate, yes, we are giving out awards, but as a group, you can feel immensely proud on the work that you've been doing. And it's lovely for us to award some people, but I want to congratulate each and every one of you that you've really done a phenomenal job. So congratulations again. We have got the privilege to right. What we will do now is we will switch on the clicker. Right. There's also prizes. So everyone in each of the groups that win will not only be able to phone home, but they'll also be able to listen to their tunes. Right. So there's 2 group prizes. The first group award is for the overall best technical project. So the award is given to the best overall project, looking at technical competency, innovativeness, design skills, and addressing societal challenges in novel and sustainable ways. And now I'm wondering if I must start saying anything. Nikki, did we forget anything on the program? Okay, so the group award goes to right. Ladies and gentlemen, just to contextualize as well, it is not often that a group is, for all practical purposes, finished with the project, basically when we really started building. So they were very much behind the scenes, quietly doing the work, putting in the hard yards, and it really paid off in terms of the technical maturity of their solution. The second award is the Social Impact Award. So this is specifically looking at project with the most potential and innovation shown in addressing previously unaddressed societal issues, looking at innovative research, in-depth understanding of the problem, and really design skills and innovation. And what we forgot to do earlier today, we will rectify now. Okay, so I'm not hearing anything. So the group award in social innovation goes to the birthday girl and her team. Where's the birthday girl? Ladies and gents, just to contextualize, you would have noticed that there are two students that are not on stage with the group. It's not because they are not interested in being here. Sifiwe is working for IBM in Johannesburg now, and I think, is it Maki, is at, yeah, if you're using 6060, Maki is helping to make sure that that works. Right. There's also the next award, which is one of our, it's a big privilege to not only award academic excellence, but also just transformation of students. So the first individual awards will be focusing on academics, and then there's also what we call the Spirit of the Future Innovation Lab Award. And again, there may be some prizes, and you also need to be able to hear. So, right, and these devices are S25 sponsored by Samsung, of course. So let us start off with the top student in multi-platform software development. As I mentioned, this was a really tight race. So let us okay. So in the third place, Rory. In the third place, it's Rory. And then second place, Pradeep. Top students. Abongile. Okay. Please tell Abongile. Right. Abongile is then unfortunately not here. If we're looking at digital social innovation, same type of scenario that we've got going here. third place, Summer. Second place, Philando. As well as Sydney. Right. If I remember the percentage correctly, that was 83.4 each. Sydney. And the student in the first place, which no one else would see now, is, thank you, Hanim. Ladies and gentlemen, then the last individual award. Sorry, can I ask the esteemed guests just to remain on stage for a moment? This is given to the individual student that really exemplifies what we stand for, hard work today, so that we can effect our mission of designing tomorrow better. And this was also for us a very difficult choice, because there were a lot of individuals that were really fantastic and showed phenomenal growth in the program. At the end of the day, we looked at the transformation literally from beginning of program to end. Our esteemed Deputy Registrar will recognize this person, because they are busy working on a project for them. So, Jason, can you just roll through that for me, please? Goes to, with brilliant academic performance, well-spoken, articulate software developer professional, Sibabawe. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that it's really hot, and I know that the students are really confused by the fact that there are goodie bags and all kinds of interesting gifts for them. What we will be doing, just in order to save time, is we will, after the event, Natasha will just do the arrangement on how we will be handing out goodie bags, co-sponsored then, basically sponsored by Samsung and UWC. Right, sorry, Dominic, you are saying something to me. I cannot understand that. Right. So in terms of the closing remarks, it was mentioned a couple of times that this cannot happen without a lot of people. So, Jason, I'm going to actually ask you, just to the next slide. This is that I don't forget anyone. I want to start off by saying to each of the students, without you, this program don't exist. Okay, so thank you for your hard work. Without your family support, this program does not exist. So we really want to honor your families. We want to honor your hard work. In the process, we are exceptionally proud of you. Also, without our sponsor, Samsung EIP program, in partnership then with the DTIC, this program cannot exist. So Sean, Nikki and team, it is really wonderful to have a partner that shares a long-term vision and that really shares our passion for making a difference sort of one student at a time. And we really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Also, in terms of our other stakeholders, there's lots of different interactions with government officials, etc. For example, we've got the City of Cape Town, one of the innovation ambassadors, Jamie Thurston Weingard is here today. A lot of support from our ecosystem, and without that, we cannot really function. So thank you so much for your involvement. Within the university environment, let me first go to the industry partners. There's a lot of companies that are present here today that are currently employing our students. They're not only putting they're not talking about making change, they're actually implementing and being true to their word in trusting these young people's careers within their organization. So thank you so much for that, and we really appreciate the partnership. Same with our academic partners. Again, we've got some Belgian visiting students all the way from Hoevest in Flanders in Belgium here that will also be working with some of our students. UWC, we cannot do this without the institutional involvement of UWC. And that goes anything through the academic departments, all the different support services, in particular for our program, Center for Student Support Services, Campus Health. There's a lot of these partners that are really putting in enormous amount of time and effort and passion in supporting the program. So we really honor and thank you for that. Also, all the way to our caterers, lovely function today, Melody and her team. Melody is probably here somewhere organizing everything. So thank you so much for your assistance, audiovisual team, etc. We really appreciate that, our public relations team as well. Your professionalism just speaks very well of us as an institution, so I really appreciate that. Then the CoLab team and the institutional planning team. This is now where saying thank you gets difficult because our team has really been exceptionally involved in this program over a long period of time, putting in very, very hard hours and really making enormous effort. So can I ask everyone just to give a round of applause for the team. May I also ask just the CoLab team, wherever you are, just raise your hands quickly because that people can see how many of you are involved. Right. And then allow me a word of thanks for the most amazingly interesting geek I know. Students, do you have any idea who I'm talking about? Not at all. So, Alan, we really appreciate your involvement in this program. Also, as Arkila said earlier, I think it's a tangible passion for really just doing good for the industry and for the bigger picture. And we really see that, value that, and appreciate that. Lukander, it's also great to have you here. And I think without really dedicated people, this initiative can never exist. So what I would like to do now is just something small is I would love to call Dr. Leona Crawford to the stage briefly. Leona has been steering the ship for the CoLab over many, many years now. And we thought it well to just say thank you. But there's a lady that you see running around here organizing everything that has been, she actually organized the flowers for Leona. But between Leona and myself, we decided we would really love to just honor Dominique for her work that she's been doing.
So at this point, can I just override the program manager for Future Innovation Lab a bit, Wouter? My team would know I'm getting emotional. I won't normally do this because I feel we get our reward by doing the job. All of us in the CoLab and the Future Innovation Lab, we really love what we are doing. But I think with the 5th cohort, I think I can call the team, the core team, to the stage, the Future Innovation Lab team, for us to thank you. Wouter, you've thanked everybody. I must still find a person with a bigger heart than Wouter. And this is the way also I feel about the Future Innovation Lab team. They will fetch the moon. In the beginning, they would maybe a bit overpowered, but give them a day or two, and they will find the solution to do so. So can I call also Jason Fortuyn, people working behind the scenes? Dominique is here. And now this is the core team, and Crystal. Please come to the fore, and can we just give them, and Ishmael, and Alan. So you're not getting, it's only Dominique that will get the flowers. But from all of us, we really just want to say, from the student sides, from every sponsor side, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Leona. A little bit earlier, we had Tapelo doing a small message from the alumni. And unfortunately, it was just a matter of timing, because just after he spoke, a couple of the other alumni walked in. So I just want to acknowledge and again thank. We've got Sibusiso Labi from our first cohort. I think Sabu was here. I'm not sure if he had to leave. And then can I ask all the alumni maybe just to stand up quickly? Right. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks again for your example to the other students. Right, I'm going to hand back to the program director. Sorry for hijacking your program a little bit. Thanks, Natasha.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to just humor me for a little bit. If I can ask us all to stand whilst the students remain seated and just congratulate them again. Thank you for that. I think a few last points from my side. First of all, we're on time, way ahead of time. Grateful for that. And to the students, I think once we are done here, if you can please remain behind, we would like to take a couple more pictures, group pictures with you in this venue. And if you'd like to take a few more pictures with your family, please remember that the gowns need to stay. So please do not leave the building with your gowns. And now there will be a light lunch that is served just outside. But first the photos before the food. But the family, you can go out and you can enjoy the food. Thank you so much.
They say the holy water's watered down, and this town's lost its